Hey guys and girls, Tom Panos here. Sunday night rant. Let's just wait for this audience to build up, and different surroundings at the back. I'll explain to you in a moment. We're just waiting for this audience to build up. We got Facebook coming on in front here, got Instagram, and hope you can hear me nice and clearly. Hello to Tony. Hello Mary. How you going? Gav Rubenstein, how you going? Really looking forward to What It Takes, the event, which I'm so proud to be speaking at again. Hello, Ash, how are you? Emil, how you going? Good to see you. So let's just wait for this audience to build up. Nick Carr, happy Father's Day to all the people that have conceived, I suppose, have kids. Hey Billy, good to see you, Billy. Good to see you the other week. So David, how you going on Facebook? Gang, Greta and the team. Maddie, Newly, how you going? David, how are you? So hello Pete, how you going? So gang, I'm recording live. This is my parents' home. This is where I was brought up. I spent like my first, I think like 20 years in this home. This home's in Belmore, southwest of Sydney, Canterbury Bankstown, in between a suburb called Campsie and Lakemba. They've just had this home for like ever. This has been the family home, a modest home, and one that I spend 2 to 3 nights a week in now, whilst my family, my mum and dad, and I learn to adjust, and that's what it really is, living on this planet without my younger brother George. It's now been 18 days, it's very fresh, that he passed, and yeah, so let's move on to the Sunday night rant. And I wanted to share this rant with you because I think a lot of guys and girls are energetic. I think a lot of guys and girls have got aspirations. I think a lot of guys and girls say all the right stuff. I think a lot of guys and girls actually, do want to be successful, do have passion, but I reckon they just can't get their shit together. And I reckon there's a lot of people that are really, really bad at just being organized and actually just getting shit done on a consistent basis, right? So what I thought I'd do is actually share with you I sat down and I thought to myself, what are 5 or 6 things that I think are lacking in most people? And even though they've got the right aspirations, and even though they always leave out of a seminar motivated, pumped, even though they'll write out their goals, I just see them being disorganized and all over the shop. Many of them are sort of going into their real estate businesses or their sales offices and treating them like adult daycare centers where they just hang out. Sometimes people are just up and down. So what I thought, if you're a person that is energized, hungry, does work hard, but is totally non-process driven, listen to this Sunday night rant. It is going to give you some hacks that I think allow me to do 200 workshops a year. They allow me to do up to 10, 11 auctions most Saturdays every week. Allow me to do the TV show. Allow me to do running my real estate gym with the thousands of members that I'm doing. Allow me to have coaching sessions. Allow me to do the work that I do for REA, News Corp, any work that I'm doing. Like I've got, various partnership agreements there. And at the same time, guys and girls, trying to keep my shit together, keep a marriage going, which has been going for 25 years, and 2 daughters, right? And in addition to that, I've got, a very strong interest and a very active interest in my property holdings, right? So I thought what I'll do is, some of this stuff is going to help you if you're a real estate agent, but even if you're not a real estate agent, it's just going to help you just get fucking process driven, right? And never forget, process trumps motivation any day of the week. Don't rely on an energy-driven business, because there are certain days where you are not going to be pumped and energized, right? There are certain days where what you've got to work is off the McDonald's system. So, number one, let me tell you, ditch the to-do list if it's too long. I think that the to-do list is pretty much a recipe for failure. I think that what you need to do is pick, instead of a to-do list, pick a calendar. I'll tell you why. Because 50%, research shows this, that 50% of your to-do list will never get done. And the reason why is this, that it takes too long to do the task, so you generally let it to be undone, and then it gets in the too hard basket and it keeps being deferred, and then it sort of weasels off and it never gets done. So my advice is, what you do is you actually schedule things into your diary by forecasting how long it's going to take. Why? Listen to me. What gets scheduled gets done. Remember that. What gets scheduled gets done. Second thing I'll say to you is, either through your mobile phone and using just the normal notes app, or Good Notes, or just a handwritten notebook. Richard Branson carries a notebook, and he says, hold on to your thoughts by writing down your thoughts. Hold on to your thoughts by writing down your thoughts. That is the next thing that I think is going to help you move from being a scatterbrain to being process driven. By the way, if there's any guys or girls here that need to tag or share this with their PAs, do that now, because I actually think that if you actually get this part of your business right, everything flows. Remember, anytime there's a problem in business, it's normally systems. Next, avoid checking your inbox too often, because if you do, you are letting the person that has sent the email dictate your time. So why do you check emails all the time? I'll tell you why. Because it is like playing the pokies. You're getting the dopamine effect. You're checking your inbox in case there's something that's going to give you that dopamine effect. So what you need to do is to understand and use a system that I call the 3-2-1-0 system. Listen to me very carefully. The 3-2-1-0 system says what you'll do is check your inbox 3 times a day. That is the 3. And the 2-1 is that you will try and get your email inbox to 0 in 21 minutes. So the 3-2-1-0 system, that will give you a relief in your head, knowing that you don't have all this stuff that sucks energy sitting in an inbox, but you've got to let go of this addiction to be checking the inbox every 7 minutes. The next thing I was going to share with you is this: meetings. I was going to say fuck meetings. I think what they should be called is huddles. And the reason why is research shows that Parkinson's law of triviality says 2 things about meetings. Meetings are spent on insignificant issues that are dominated by extroverts. Remember that. Meetings are spent by insignificant issues that are dominated by extroverts. Here's a couple of tips on meetings. Number 1, stand up. Standing up allows you to have a more engaged meeting. It means it'll be shorter and compressed, as Nick Cooney says. In addition to that, it shows there will be more engagement and there will be a bigger chance of solutions being created in the meetings when standing up. Even the last month or 2, which I was basically spent in hospital or palliative care, you would see what was called the morning huddle. The morning huddle was simply a stand-up meeting between nurses and doctors saying, what happened last night? What are we doing today? That's the sort of meeting that you want to have. Not this sort of one, we're going to sit down, we're going to be here for an hour, 2 hours, get the lamingtons out, get the coffees out, and the person who's the loudest is going to dominate the meeting, which means it's not going to allow for a lot of engagement. Let's move on. The next thing I want to talk to you about is this. Listen to me very carefully. The one piece of advice I urge you to follow from the great man, Warren Buffett, is this. Listen to me very carefully. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people almost say no to everything. Did you hear that? The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people almost say no to everything. Your ability to say no allows you to say yes to more important stuff. So, a couple of other things that I'm going to share with you that I think are going to help you. By the way, hi Maz, greeting from Greece. Hello Greta. Hello everyone. Susan is taking notes and making sure. And by the way, guys and girls, may I say to you, the real estate sessions, the gym sessions that I had deferred because of my brother's illness, we have got dates now. We are in Sydney on the 28th. We did Brisbane last Tuesday. We are in Melbourne on the 25th. We are in Auckland on the 21st. These are for real estate gym members only, where they're exposed to scripts and dialogue that they will not get anywhere else but apart from these sessions. You can book through the real estate gym, and they are only $39. And Tanay Jane is also coming to these sessions, and he runs through his whole system. So gang, I can tell you, by the way, let me share you with one of the scripts and dialogues that a client used late last week from Brisbane that went to an appraisal, and they were up against a real estate agent that was friends with the people. And this is what he said that got the business, which he got out of the real estate gym scripts workshop that day. He said, the vendor said, we sort of really know this guy, and whilst we like you and we think you sell more property, we sort of feel obligated to go with him. And then this real estate agent repeated this: Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, have you ever been in a situation where you used friends or family to actually do some work for you, and you thought to yourself you'd rather keep it separate, but the job never really got done properly, and you promised yourself that you'd never mix business again with friend or family? Well, let me tell you, this is what a lot of my clients tell me that's happened to them in the past. And he said to me the following day, he signed up the listing. So guys and girls, look out. 25th in Melbourne, 28th in Sydney, 21st in Auckland. So let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. The other things that I think that really helped me get all this shit organized, and I noticed are really, really good people, is the following. They have what they call theme days. By the way, can I just tell you, my own life is organized. I have 3 types of days. I have a focus day, and a focus day is me being money dollar productive. I am driving revenue. That's a focus day. Then I have what I call is a buffer day. And a buffer day is a day that I do massive amounts of emails, return calls, have meetings, do my paperwork, delegate, invoicing, video, right? And then I've got what I call free days. And free days for me are recreation, relax, family, and increasingly charity, because at the end of the day, it's not what you actually collect in money, it's your ability in what to give in money. That's the substance of having a magnificent life, being able to contribute. So in real estate, what does it mean by having theme days? It could potentially mean the following: that Monday you call it in the day office, like Delene Lewis from Lang & Simmons in, I think, in Double Bay. She says that Monday she does nothing else but make calls from the office. Goes in the morning, lives really, really late at night, like, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. It's phone day. Tuesday might be your vendor face-to-face meeting day. Wednesday might be the day that you just shoot videos. Thursday might be your open house day and call past appraisals. Friday might be just buyer day, and Saturday is just your open house day. So what I'm saying is you have themes per day, right? Another thing that I'll say to you that's going to have a profound impact in your life is this: having a morning ritual. You win the morning, you win the day. Now, Hal Elrod uses a system which I think is fantastic. It's called the Life Savers system. The word I want you to focus on is savers. S-A-V-E-R-S. S-A-V-E-R-S. If you can actually nail this, I think you're going to have a magnificent next 12 months. Let's go through it. The savers system, S stands for silence. That's the first part of your morning ritual. Silence. What's that? It could be prayer. It could be meditation. It could be you actually just sitting there and thinking about what you're grateful for. That's the S. The A, listen to me, is affirmation. This is not you necessarily sitting in front of a mirror saying, I am a great person. I think if you're a great person, right, you don't have to fucking repeat, I'm a great person, right? And I think a great person shouldn't come out of affirmations. A great person should come out of actions. But what I'm saying is, A for affirmations is that you actually write down or think about the goals that you're chasing. And the reason why is you're advertising to yourself a preview of your life's coming highlights. Let's move on. So we've done the A, affirmation. We've done the S, silence. The V, visualization. What you want to start doing is visualizing and just thinking about the life that you want. Again, it meets the advertising to yourself a preview of your life's coming highlights. The E stands for exercise. Exercise. I mean, it is simply the easiest thing to change your chemical that are running through your body. Let's move on. The R stands for reading. The hand that picks up a book is never the same hand that puts it back down. So 30 minutes of reading. And the S stands for scribing, writing in your journal. There's Nick Cooney's got sexercise. So gang, if you could have the savers system in your head and you can understand silence, affirmations, visualizations, exercise and reading system, I think what you're doing is working on yourself, for yourself, by yourself, and no one's going to come to the rescue. You have to save yourself. You have to save yourself. Gang, on that point, I'm going to let you know that thank you for the biggest compliment you can give me, which is your attention. And I value that because we do live in a world where everyone is fighting for everyone's attention. Never forget, be you. But don't just be you, be your best you. Guys and girls, speak soon.